Hey, Amy here. Just wanted to share a couple thoughts with you today about prayer routines. I know this can be true for any Christian, but it can definitely be true for people with OCD who are really stuck on habits and really stuck on doing things a certain way. So I was very much reminded today, because I notice I get stuck in this too. If you have a prayer routine as a Christian and as somebody that suffers from OCD or other mental health issues, but in particular OCD, or perfectionism, really. It's really easy to get caught up in doing things one way and one way only and getting stuck in it. And I tend to do that with prayer routines, if you will, in the mornings. And so, I'm reminded today that it doesn't have to look the same every day. It can look different every day. Yesterday, what worked really well for me was just sitting in silence and quiet and just sitting on my porch, leaning over the balcony and just looking at the birds and the squirrels and nature and just the beauty of everything, and allowing my heart to speak to me and allowing God to remind me to speak to me as well and to remind me of some things. But today that didn't work for me. I didn't even think about it till this evening. I decided to do some journaling because that's not something I've done for a while. So anyway, I decided to do some journaling, and I thought, you know what? Yeah, I need to incorporate that into my prayer routine. And I've done that in the past. There's times where I've done that and it's been great, but sometimes I forget and I try to do things the same way every time. Maybe sitting in silence for me isn't always going to work. Maybe having a gratitude list. I mean, that's always great to do, but maybe that's not necessarily going to work, especially for somebody with OCD where they can do things compulsively and maybe more out of ritual than out of the heart. And maybe a gratitude list will work one day, or maybe a prayer request list will work one day, or maybe just chilling with God, just hanging with God. Maybe just reading scripture one day without having a prayer routine there. It can look different, and it can look different for everybody, and different every day if it needs to. If the same thing works for you all the time, fantastic. There's nothing wrong with that either. I'll have periods of time where maybe the same thing works pretty well for a little bit of a stretch. But anyway, just a reminder for myself today, and I hope this is a good reminder for you today, that it's okay to change it up. It's not unspiritual, if you will. I keep doing quote marks today, but it's not unspiritual to do something differently just because something worked yesterday or last week or whatever. It's good to keep things fresh. It's good to keep things fresh in human relationships, changing things up and doing things differently. So, as someone with OCD, perfectionistic tendencies, and the inclination to be rigid, this can be a really good thing for a spiritual practice. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you guys are all doing well. And I wish you blessings the rest of your week. God bless.